Oscar BEVIS, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at the Still City Gym in Sheffield. Not the Still Shitty Gym, as I said before. It's not that shitty because you got Dalton Smith here, the man himself. How are you, mate?
Yeah, all good. Nice. It's been a couple of months since I've been on IFL, but yeah, I'm back now.
Is that like a cry for more IFL attention, or?
It's not, because you always look after me, but it's just, to be honest, I've been in camp for about 13, 14 weeks now, so I thought I'd have been fighting earlier, but you know, that's boxing, everything doesn't go as smooth as planned, so, but yeah, I'm back.
I was going to say, I'm sick of seeing videos and photos of you training. I do just want to see you in the ring. I last saw you at the Warrington Lara fight, obviously won the English title since then. Just quickly on that night, I can imagine, look, we know what you want. You want to become a world champion in the future, but has that English title just sort of whetted your appetite for more success?
That's it, and for me, that was just the start of many. It's a big pick an English title up. You know, especially it was my granddad's birthday, so that was a big one for me to give it in for his birthday. And yeah, it's the first of many. And you know, for me, I want to be a world champion one day. So you know, that's just like a stepping stone for me.
I was going to say, because you said it's your granddad's birthday as well, and it's your first title, I can imagine no matter what you win, that English title will always hold some sort of special place for you now.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I think everyone who's close to me knows my granddad's my biggest supporter. You know, he's travelled from the amateurs, travelled all around the world with me, you know, taking me to the gym when I was younger. So, you know, for me to look back, you know, my granddad he's always followed boxing, and it's something he wanted to do. So, you know, I'm living something he wanted to do. So to give him an English title, I knew it'd have made him proud.
And that English title, weeks roll on and whatnot, and then we roll into a new 5-fight Matchroom deal. So it's been a pretty good year for you, innit? It started with a big win on the Warrington Lara card, the English title win, a new 5-fight Matchroom deal. It just seems like everything around Dalton Smith is just good vibes.
That's it, and you know, he's a happy fighter, he's a dangerous fighter, and you know, people forget I'm only 8 fights in, and to have, I think I've had like 3 contracts in those 8 fights, so you know, it shows that I'm doing something right, and you know, Matchroom want to keep looking after me like they have been, so it's just down to me now to keep performing.
Was it inevitable that you were going to sign a 5-fight contract? Like you said, it's gone so smoothly, so perfectly. You pick up your first title. Was the contract inevitable?
I think for me it was to, you know, showcase my skills and prove to Matchroom what I was really about. You know, it's all right signing, you know, the XGB podium fighter. You know, he gets a couple of wins under his belt, but it was really down to me once those fights stepped up to show Matchroom and Eddie what Dalton Smith's all about. And you know, I believe I've done that in style up to now, and you know, I've just got to keep that momentum going and doing the same each time I step up.
It must give you some massive self-confidence as well, because obviously when you've got a promoter like Eddie Hearn and a team like Matchroom, they don't just sign anyone. So when you've shown them what you're about and they give you a new 5-fight deal, especially when you've won a title, because let's be honest, with the early fights, we knew you was better than that. Yeah. So you're fighting these guys, we know you're better than them, you're getting the wins, and you don't really see the full Dalton Smith. Now we've seen a little bit more at title level. I don't know, the faith they put in you, that must give you massive confidence. That's
it, and I think that's why they're the best in the business. And you know, they're putting me on a pedestal now where I'm able to showcase my skills on the highest platform. So, you know, I'm happy the way things are going in my career. I'm 8 fights in, English champion. And you know, I say it all the time, I'm not going to rush things. You know, I'm 24, I've got time on my side, and each fight you will see a step up. I want to get that experience fighting different styles like I did in the amateurs, and you know, I want to sit back when I'm 35 years old, retire, and I've done everything right in my career.
Is it also about the names that come along with it? Because obviously you've got the English title, you said how much that means to you, but beating Lee Appleyard as well, I don't know, it's a good name alongside the title, so I don't know, we've seen people pick up titles against names that perhaps aren't deserving of a title shot, and I don't want to sound too harsh, but you and Lee Appleyard's quite a high-level fight for an English title. So is it also about picking good names alongside those titles?
That's it, and it's for winning an English title against Lee Appleyard. I think that was a well-worthy fight to pick up my first title, and you know, Lee's been around, he's done it. You know, looking back to the Nathan Bennett fight camp, you know, we're both young, hungry fighters, and not many people would do it at that stage in their career. And you know, I always believed, you know, the better the opposition I fight, the more you're going to see out of me, and you know, I proved that.
Is this where it's half risky as well? Because I can imagine this is where the management team come into play. You would jump in for a European title, the better opponent and the better Dalton Smith. But now you've just won the English title. I don't know, do we make a swift move towards the British perhaps, or do you defend the English title? Is this where the management comes in, I guess, to sort Dalton Smith's path out?
And that's why I leave everything to STN. They do a great job with me, and I want to push towards that British title towards mid next year. I want to get two more fights in this year, and like I say, if it was down to me, I'd want to jump in for the European and stuff. But I know it's that's not the right move for my career. I think the most I've done is 6 rounds, 5 or 6 rounds. That's all I've ever had under my belt. So I need to learn to become a championship fighter. It's all right doing it in the gym easy, but you need to do it on fight night. And I think these next couple of fights, what I'm going to pick up. We've got opponents where we think we're going to get the 10, 12 rounds out of them, and that's the main factor for me now, is getting the rounds under my belt.
You're going to need to find someone who wears fucking armour in the ring. That's what you're going to need to find, someone who can sustain a Dalton Smith punch for that long.
I don't mind if they go short, less than the distance. You don't get paid for overtime.
I knew you was going to say that. That is the most box. I knew as soon as you said that, I thought he's going to say yeah. Heard it all before. But yeah, next fight date. So your last card was what, the Buatsi card, Buatsi the Santos card, I think. I don't know. You should know. You was on it.
I think it was Warrington Lara, wasn't it?
No, that was Ishmael Ellis, wasn't it? Lee Appleyard was...
Yeah, it was. Lee Appleyard was...
Either way, Dalton Smith won the English title, and then...
When Lee Wood boxed for the British.
That was the Warrington undercard as well. Right, what we're going to do now is just say that Dalton Smith's got the English title, and moving on, when are we going to see you next in the ring?
Possibly in 2 weeks. There's a few shows coming up. I was meant to be down on the US card, but I'm not sure what's going on with that at the minute. We had trouble with visas and stuff, so I've been in camp a long time now. I was expected to fight a couple of weeks ago, so the earlier I can get out now is better for me.
So 2 weeks, are we looking at, let me try and put it all together, Anthony Joshua undercard?
Possibly, but it'd be a big ask. There's obviously the Barcelona show, the Austria show and stuff like that, so STN and my team's on it now, and hopefully we can get on one of those.
All right, good stuff. I do just want to quickly talk about something in the division. I know you spoke to me briefly about it before and you haven't seen the whole fight, but Sam Maxwell and Akeem Ennis-Brown, I just wanted your thoughts on what you thought would happen beforehand and what the outcome was afterwards.
I've said to you before, unless I need to watch a fight, then I'll watch it. If I've got an opponent coming up, that's when I'll watch fights. But other than that, I don't watch much boxing, unless it's the big fights. And the Maxwell and Ennis-Brown fight, I always thought Maxwell would be much stronger than him. But Ennis-Brown, he's awkward, and anyone will struggle against him. From what I've heard, a lot of people saying Ennis-Brown won. Obviously, Maxwell got the decision. So it's hard to say really. I would have to sit back and watch the fight to give my honest opinion on it. But I'm happy for Maxwell to win the fight. I respect him. He's a nice kid. Came through the GB squad with me and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy that he won the fight. But for me, it's if one of those fights ever come up, that's when I'll sit down and study the fight.
I was going to say, is that a man that you're gunning for now, or a man that's in your sights maybe for 2022?
I don't want to sit here and start calling names out, but
no, that's what I'm trying to get you to do, Dalton. I don't know if you realise, mate. Yeah.
But no, if I wanted the British title my next fight, then I'd sit there and I'd call fighters out. But I'm not one for shit talking and stuff. And if it's a fight I want, next year, when I want the British next year. So if that's the next fight I wanted, then I'd be calling names out.
All right, happy days. Well, thank you very much for your time, Dalton. The main man's just come along, so I'm going to kick you out and let you get on with training.
Yeah, and stick another battery in it then.
I'll get you.